Does anyone else get the Wednesday blues? This is that even a thing? The Wednesday blues? I should go to Google for that. Is there Wednesday blues? They call it Hump Day because I guess some people look at the week like it's some kind of camel, and in the middle of a camel is a hump. And if you were to put the days of the week across the back of that camel, Wednesday would hit that fucking hump. Yeah. So yeah, it's Hump Day today. It's Wednesday, February 28th, 2018. Yeah, last day of February for the year. So we gotta get started here. We gotta do Vent with Nick Garn Murphy. Let's go!
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be free.
I don't know the words to this song.
Thank you for being a friend.
Yeah. All right. All right. Gotta wake up. I gotta wake up. Got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. Can't do nothing. Can't do nothing right now except talk about the theme song to the Golden Girls, which was just playing. And I find it weird that I don't know how. I don't know how do I get into this. Yes, the Golden Girls. Golden Girls. I used to watch that show when I was a kid. My mom used to watch it on the TV. But well, I'm gonna go ahead and Google the Golden Girls because there's like a phenomenon that I find just interesting here. Like the fact that I don't know, like all of them except Betty White are dead now, and all of them except Betty White have been dead for a very long time. Now it's almost like is Betty White immoral? Immoral? Is she immortal? She plays kind of against type sometimes, and she plays an immoral character, maybe, or at least a foul-mouthed granny in some movies, like Lake Placid. You remember that movie? Oh yeah, she had that famous line. It's like, if I had a dick, this is where I would tell you to suck it. Oh, Betty White, how could you say such a terrible thing? Oh boy. But yeah, it was interesting because I remember I remember like them saying like Estelle Getty, who was supposed to be the oldest of the Golden Girls on the show, was actually the youngest member of the cast. But I think she was like the first one to die, or maybe it was B. Arthur. I'm not sure. I think yeah, because you had Betty White, you had B. Arthur, you had Rue McClanahan, and you had Estelle Getty. Those are the four, right? Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get a little dark here. I'm gonna say when did each of the Golden Girls die? Let's start with B. Arthur. B. Arthur. Let's see. She died April 2009. Born May 1922 through April 25th, 2009, which is a decent run, an average run. And she was on Maude, and then there's Maude. Yeah. Alright, so B. Arthur died. Then, what the fuck? I'm traveling Wikipedia here, you guys. There we go. Let's go. Let's see, let's look at Rue McClanahan. Rue McClanahan. She died the next year, 2010. And she was 12 years younger than B. Arthur. Oh, she could have had a better run. That's so sad. So, yeah, we had her in 1934. And let's see. Let's look at Estelle Getty. Estelle Getty, who was born. She was not the youngest actress on that show. She was the I guess second youngest, I suppose. Like, she was younger than Bea Arthur, and she played Bea Arthur's mother on that show. So, but she died first, 2008. She died in 2008, 1923 to 2008, and that's but it's okay because we still have Betty White, and she was born in 1922, same year as Bea Arthur, but born in January of 1922. So she was the oldest Golden Girl, and she's still ticking. So I wish for Betty White to have an even longer and more eventful life. It's like we're pulling for you, Betty. Stay alive forever. But yeah, she's not as close to 100 as I thought. It's in 4 years she'll be 100. Like, and look at it's 2018, 2022 is 4 years away. That's crazy. It seems like it's so far away, but it really isn't, and that kind of freaks me out. Yikes! Like, okay, so does everyone feel old yet? Everyone, and that's good because life is just ticking by. We need to make the most of it, and my goal every day is to make the most of my life, and I start that by and I'm gonna do a new routine. I'm gonna do it by doing this show every day, soon after waking up, and then embark on a long journey to get it to YouTube, and in between that to do a bunch of other stuff. Hopefully, yeah. I didn't really feel that good yesterday, so it's like I got a limited amount of work done, and I wasn't too happy about it. But it's a new day, new beginning, guys. It's a new beginning, and we're gonna I don't even know. Let me develop some false confidence here, and like, yeah. I need a moment, guys. Pardon the dead air. I'm so sorry.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh man, that snapped me out of it. Oh, hi, Johnny. What's up? I have a problem with Disa. She said that I hit her. I guess it's not the show, if you're not a fan of The Room, I guess. It's,
What a story, Mark.
But The Room is for everyone, I guess. If you haven't seen The Room, see it. It's totally for you. I got a random button here on my, let's see what we have on a random, like I have my favorites here, so I gotta hit the random button and see what we come up with. Oh! Let's hit it again. Oh! Wake up! That's a song that'll wake me up. Yeah! Man's not hot! Never hot! I can't. It's not working. Maybe I should stand up for this. It's a man not hot! Never hot! The thing goes. Oh. Alright. This is going nowhere and nowhere fast. So, let's do some updates. I talked about, the branch outside my house yesterday. I'm waiting for it to fall still. So, yeah. Branch Watch 2018. It's raining again, everybody, outside. And logic would dictate that the weight from the water would soak into that branch and cause it to fall to the ground. It's pointing downward at a 90-degree angle. It's gonna fall anytime now. I'm looking right at it. It's not even attached to the tree anymore. When's this thing gonna fall? When's it gonna fall? I don't know. It's a mystery. I was hoping I would have good news for you guys today. It's like the branch fell. Everyone's safe. But no, the branch is still yet to fall. So that's your That's the Branch Watch 2018 update. What I might do later in the show, if I have time, if I have time later in the show, I will try to throw some rocks at that thing. I'll try to throw some rocks at it and knock it down. Because I'd rather get it knocked down and out of the way. But if I can't do it, guys, I'm sorry. Oh man. Oh jeez, why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? It's so gross. It's because I just drank coffee. That's why. I would get. It's so let me take a sip of this. See if I can get a little pep in my step. That was not a bong, that was my coffee cup. Sounds suspiciously like a bong, but it was total coffee. 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 I remember I used to work at a few years ago I worked at Target. And there were a couple dudes there who didn't speak English. But they loved their coffee, and I love the coffee too. And like every day, this guy was like, "Coffee, coffee." And like, yeah, coffee, dude, coffee. You gonna make a coffee? Make coffee, yeah. I love those guys. Oh, it's. But I don't love them enough to miss working at Target. No one should ever miss working at Target. But those are like humble beginnings of mine. Humble beginnings of which I'm still in. They're long, storied, humble beginnings. But I'm gonna break out of that. I'm gonna break out of them humble beginnings and begin my career anew with a fresh outlook, fresh perspective, fresh voice. No derivative, no rip-off bullshit in my work. No. This doesn't count. I can rip off whatever I want here because I'm not making money off of this. So I could just steal the format of any show on YouTube and just make my own original quote content. Yeah. But so let me allow the news to write the rest of the show here, see if there's anything new going on. Like the biggest headline I saw is that Dick's Sporting Goods, major gun retailer, is gonna stop selling assault style rifles. And I don't know what weapons is Dick going to stop selling. Is that an actual picture from the store? That's a shitload of guns. Alright, I'm on the New York Times, guys. Bow down. I'll give you guys a moment to bow down to the New York Times. I think I would appreciate your worship. But the headline reads, Dick's Sporting Goods, major gun retailer, stops selling assault-style weapons. And what constitutes an assault-style weapon? What constitutes that? I don't know. We're about to find out. Let's see. Let me read. There we go. Fucking paywall. One of the nation's largest sports retailers, Dick's Sporting Goods, said Wednesday morning it was immediately ending sales of all assault-style rifles in its stores. The retailer also said that it would no longer sell high-capacity magazines and that it would not sell any gun to anyone under 21 years of age, regardless of local laws. They're going above the law for this one, guys. They're going out of their way to steal our freedoms as responsible gun owners. No! Oh God, that's out of line. No, they're not stealing our freedoms. They're protecting our children. That's right. And I for one am for it. Let's continue the article because I want to know what specific weapons they are banning, that they are not selling anymore. All right. The announcement made 2 weeks after the school shooting in Parkland, Florida. Remember that, guys? That killed 17 students and staff members. That's kind of a confusing. So it's like it killed 17 students and 17 staff members. It killed 17 people combined with students and staff members. It's one of the strongest stances taken by corporate America in a national gun debate. It also carries symbolic weight coming from a prominent national gun seller. Yeah, they're leading the charge. And I think before I continue this article, I think one of these companies had to step up and lead the charge because there's a sea change. I've said it already, but there's a sea change, and I think one of these big conglomerates has to step up and say, we're gonna do something different, so everyone shuts up, and we're gonna stop selling these weapons. Yeah. So, go for that. Go for that. Alright. Let's see. Late last week, after coming under attack from social media for their ties to the National Rifle Association, a number of major companies, including Hertz Car Rental, MetLife Insurance, and Delta Airlines, publicly ended those relationships, issuing brief, carefully phrased statements. Yeah, so a lot of... Yeah, I can't believe I'm talking about this shit again. Come on. But I guess it's news because stores say, like, I'm not selling these guns. Dick's Sporting Goods is not selling these guns no more. Edward Stack, the 63-year-old chief executive of Dick's, whose father founded the store in 1948, is deliberately steering his company directly into the store, making clear that the company's new policy was a direct response to the Florida shooting. Yeah, see, corporations have to make political statements now. This is where we're at as a country. It's not about the money anymore. It is about the money because, it is. It really is. When you really think about it, it really is about the money. Because how many people are going to stop going to these places if they keep selling these weapons? These weapons. Yep. A lot of people are not going to go because they're sick of it. They're sick of it. Even though studies show that gun violence in schools has not gone up, it just keeps happening. And I guess that's enough to make people say, okay, we thought it was going to stop. It didn't stop. And so we're going to make it stop by, taking a stand. All right, this is what Edward Stack said. When we saw what happened in Parkland, we were so disturbed and upset, Mr. Stack said in an interview Tuesday evening. We love these kids and their rallying cry. Enough is enough. It got to us. Yeah, it got to them. And also in the middle, it says, I have 3 free articles remaining for the New York Times. But this is the last day of the month. It resets. It resets. So, yep. It resets tomorrow. All right, Stack at it. We're going to take a stand, step up, and tell people our view, and hopefully bring people along into the conversation. Yeah, because, it's a big discussion. We all have to have our, our opinions finely polished and well-tuned. They need to check all the boxes. Alright, I guess that's it. That's like, Alright, here are the guns that they're... Military M60... Wait, no, I thought... What guns? Okay, well, I guess they're gonna quit... I guess they sell the AR-15? I don't know. All these guns look crazy. And it shows the guns that were used in each current mass shooting. Let's see, we got the M16 and like I don't know, like they look slightly different. That the gun used in Las Vegas looks fucking crazy. Looks very similar to the San Bernardino. I don't remember what happened. Like, there's so many of them you forget where they happened. What happened in San Bernardino? Where was the San Bernardino mass shooting? Was that the one in 2015? Man, we're gonna have to go back, take a trip to the past with San Bernardino shooting. What happened there? Oh, you knew what I was gonna look for. Google knows what I'm gonna look for before I look for it. That's creepy. It's creepy AI algorithm. It's gotta stop. It's gotta stop. Oh, I called it. Yeah, it was it was 2014. I remember 2015. I remember that. Yeah, it was the end. It was in December of 2015. Yeah, and it was like these people. Yeah, they were like they were ISIS cosplayers that did it. They were like, I think they were like totally white, but no, I don't know. I don't remember. But it was messed up. It was a messed up shooting. But yeah, there was like a picture of the shooters here, and are they white? But they're dressed like They're just like they're Muslim, but they look kind of white. I don't know. Let's look deeper into that. Oh man, I didn't want to travel into the whole fucking. Oh man, this is why I managed to avoid it yesterday, but I guess I couldn't avoid it today. Okay, but I'm just gonna. The perpetrators of the San Bernardino shooting, Saeed Rizwan Farouk and Tashfeen Malik, a married couple. Okay. Like, I guess they were Pakistani. They weren't white, I guess. They were lawful residents, or one of them at least was. But they were ISIS sympathizers. I remember ISIS took credit for the fucking shooting, which was good on them. Yeah, we did it. Yeah, they're totally All right, we're done with this. We're done now. We're not done, no. We're done now with that. Let's see if there's any other headlines that catch my eye. I might run into some fake news here, guys. I'm going into the web, the new. I'm going into Reddit where there's new news headlines, and some of them are probably. I'm going to the headlines that no one looks at or comments on. So I'm sure there's some fake news. I'm just gonna read the headlines one by one and see if any strike me enough to click on. This first one's pretty good, and this is from Reuters. AR-15 assault rifles are blessed at Pennsylvania church. I heard something about that yesterday. It's like there's a sign of the coming. Like someone said, it's like the AR-15 is like the sign of the return of Christ, and I'm like. What? What? No. No way. Oh no. Okay, well let's I'm going to click on it. It's Reuters. It's reputable enough. All right. Here's the actual headline. They spin them a little bit on Reddit when you read them. But the headlines are usually always different. But Reuters is known for changing their headlines soon after their stories hit press. So I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. All right. Couples tote AR-15 assault rifles to Pennsylvania church blessing. Hundreds of couples, like husbands and wives, and I guess there was a couple gay guys here too. There's a picture of like gay guys, I think. No, or are they Cardinals? I don't. Not the baseball team, but like church Cardinals. Like they're wearing a weird church robe. It looks like a cult. They look like a cult. They're holding their guns. There's like these two old guys, and one's wearing what appears to be a tiara, kind of like the one the childlike empress wore in the Neverending Story. And one of them's, they're both holding AR-15s to their side, like barrel up next to their heads, and they're wearing like these robes with like white sleeves and a pink vest that goes all the way down. And I'm like, what? Oh, it's Newfoundland, Pennsylvania. So how does the Newfoundland accent go? It's like, oh, the Newfoundland. It's been a while since I've seen the shipping news. Yeah. Women dressed in white and men in dark suits grip the guns which they had been urged to bring unloaded into the church. Yeah, we're gonna bless the guns, but we're not gonna bless the bullets. Okay. Many celebrants wore crowns, some made of bullets. Crowns made of bullets! Is this guy wearing a crown made of bullets? Let me zoom in here. I can't. Whatever. It doesn't look like bullets, but to the naked eye, do I care that much? Alright, they've been urged to bring the guns unloaded to the church in the rural Pocono Mountains. Oh, you better watch out, the Pocono Madman's gonna get you. About 100 miles north of Philadelphia. Many celebrants wore crowns, some made of bullets, while church officials dressed in flowing bright pink and white garments go with their armaments. Those sleeves on those garments, they could get caught in the guns. and that would cause a serious jamming problem. This is just so dumb. I can't even, like, I'm closed-minded about this. I can't even, like, oh, okay, let's see what they have to say. It's just, it's not, I'm not outraged, but I just think it's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's just fucking ridiculous. Can't do it. All right, let's look at more headlines. Motorist drives down road with pedestrian hood. That's shit that happens. Female teacher has sexual relationship with 8th grader. She kind of looks like Demi Moore. Ooh, let's. I'll be the judge of that. Let's look at. Oh, you clickbaited me, you redditor. Yeah, she does. Oh man. Oh boy. 8th grade boy. I mean, double standard alert, guys. It's creepy when a guy does it, but it's just weird when a girl does it. Like, why would you want to have sex with an 8th grader when you're like hot and shit? All you're doing is just fulfilling this masturbation fantasy for this newly masturbating 13-year-old who's just obsessed with sex, and you're just like taking the reins and like, oh, I'm gonna enlighten you, you pretty boy, you pretty 8th grade boy. And then she just takes advantage of him. And she does look like Demi Moore. Like, she really does. I don't know. If I had a teacher like that in 8th grade, and I did, and I was in a compromised situation, I bragging rights. Hey, I would tell all my friends wouldn't believe me. My friends wouldn't believe me. Like, no way. No way did you hook up with the teacher, the hot teacher. No way. And I'll be like, yeah, I totally did. But what was interesting about that teacher I had in 8th grade, who was hot, like, shortly after I graduated high school, I saw a news story where she got involved with a student, and she got arrested. Oh my god, I wonder if, oh man, I don't know her full name. I know her last name, but, I'm gonna, I don't wanna, I'm gonna Google that to see if I can find a story about that, because, like, what? My hot teacher actually had sex with a student? And I had to say it. At the time I said it, in my mind, I was like 19 or 18 or 19 when I heard it, and I heard that shit, and I'm like, it could have been me. It could have been me. Oh. Double standard alert. It's really totally just nice. Yeah. It's just gross, and it's criminal when a man does it to a boy or a girl. But with women, it's kind of like, oh, yeah. It's like, I remember when I was 13, I wanted to have sex with every attractive woman I saw. You know, that's what it's like to be a 13-year-old boy, I guess. You're just developing, like, all these things are fresh, and so you're just like, I want to test this equipment. I want to test these feelings out. But you keep hitting the wall, and you keep hitting it throughout high school. If you're a loser, you know, if you're kind of a loser and you're just a geeky dude, and you're not gonna get anywhere with the ladies, and so you're just gonna keep hitting walls. But in over time, your geekiness becomes your number one thing about you. So you kind of have to leave those things on the back burner until a girl comes around and says, "Hey, give it to me." Yeah, okay, cool. I can't believe that. All right, let me Google and see if I can find anything about that teacher, man. What was funny about, like, how that teacher got hired was because the other teacher, who was a guy, got fired for having sex with a kid. Or, like, not having sex. I don't know if he had sex with a kid. Well, he molested a kid. Let's just use the word molest. He molested the kid. He got fired. They replaced his job. They replaced him with this girl who was really hot. And a few years later, she was busted for the same thing? I guess that job is cursed. That kind of teaching job is cursed. I don't know. It was a legacy. She was she was handing off the legacy. Alright, give me a second here. I'm gonna... try to make this as specific as possible. No, this is old. Damn it. I can't find it. Well, just take my word for it, guys. But now I'm very, I'm very curious now. But damn it, that was a dead end. Couldn't find anything. But you know what? I don't have to find anything. It's in the past. Let's leave the past behind us. Kill it if you have to. Is that how the line goes in the new Star Wars movie? Leave the past behind. Kill it if you have to. And I guess that movie entirely did. So I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But what I do have to try to do before Friday, because we're gonna have the Oscars this weekend. The Oscars, everyone's gonna win. And what I'm gonna try to do, if I have time, I'm gonna try to catch up on as many of the movies as I can. I already caught up on a couple that were nominated. I watched part of 3 Billboards, and I shit talked it a few episodes back earlier in the month after it was nominated, and I watched about 15 minutes of it, and it seems entertaining enough. I don't know if I'm gonna love it or anything, but it's starting out alright, I guess. I started reading the screenplay a couple months back, and I just couldn't get into it, but I was cross-referencing what I watched with the screenplay, and I'm like, was I reading the right script? Was I just reading what I wanted to read? Was I just reading it, just looking for things to hate about it, or I was really reading it to experience it? And sometimes I do that unconsciously, where I'm just like reading, just looking for shit I hate, instead of just being open-minded and just, okay, I'm going to go on a journey with this script. I'm not going to look for any mistakes whatsoever, and and I usually watch movies like that with an open mind, but I don't read scripts like that. And I think it's the same way with a lot of people. And we got to stop that. We got to stop it. Us professionals in the industry, you got to stop. You got to stop looking at scripts with those kind of like judgmental eyes, because the story's going to fly right over your head. You're not going to see anything. So, I don't know. But I want to get caught up on everything. Where the hell is my charger, damn it? Bear with me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I had to press my power button against the corner of the door frame. Let's turn it back on. But continuing what I'm saying, I'm going to try to watch as much as I can. I know I probably won't be able to see Phantom Thread, which I really want to, but I don't think I have access to that. Like, I have my ways. I'm gonna figure out a way to watch as many of the nominated movies as I can before the actual show, before Friday, so I could talk about them prior to the show and try to determine what's going to win or what should win. And that's pretty much it. But before I go, let me just look up the Best Picture nominees, because I've seen more since. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Oh, I gotta mention Kevin Smith again. Kevin Smith, there was an update. Like, he did a 20-minute vlog yesterday at the hospital, and he talked about his entire experience having a heart attack. And when I was listening to him, I was like, wow, it sounds like having a heart attack isn't that bad. I mean, he felt sick, but he was describing the entire experience, and I was like, man, if that heart attack was as you described it, Mr. Smith, then I've probably been having a heart attack for the last 3 years, because I have trouble breathing sometimes, and it's like, I'm very mucusy, and sometimes I got tightness in my chest, but it's like he just didn't feel it in his heart, which was really weird. My father-in-law had a similar experience happen to him about a couple months back, and that was scary, and they had to do the same exact thing to him as they did to Kevin Smith. They had to do emergency surgery on him and put a stent in his chest, and I was like, that's so scary, But, you gotta get rid of that blockage, and you gotta You gotta do better. But yeah. So Kevin Smith is doing great. So hopefully he'll be around for many more years. God willing. God willing. So yeah, I'm glad. Mine, Chris Pratt's, and everyone else's prayers worked out for him. I'm very, very happy. But I'm running short on time here, so let me look up these Best Picture nominees real quick and try to determine my watch list for the next day if I can get around it. All right. So we got The Shape of Water. What the fuck? They're only showing. Okay. Son of a bitch. Come on. Give me. They're only listing 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 9 of them. Oh, okay. I gotta swipe it. Like, I'll probably be able to squeeze Shape of Water, the rest of 3 Billboards, and maybe Call Me By Your Name. I did end up watching Lady Bird, which is fine. It was fine. Its social media promotion was out of control, but yeah, it was fine. It doesn't get my vote, but it was fine. Get Out and Dunkirk would get my vote before then. But yeah, I'm gonna try to watch Shape of Water, 3 Billboards, and Call Me by Your Name before that. Probably won't be able to see The Post or Phantom Thread. Maybe Darkest Hour. I think I might be able to check out Darkest Hour. We'll see. But yeah, that's a lot of movies to watch, and I got so much work to do. So I'm gonna watch what I can before Friday, and then do a special show on it. So you guys stay tuned for that. But yeah, we're way out of time here, so I'm gonna leave you guys here with some delightful music to enjoy the rest of your day with, and I'm gonna do everything I can to get back to work. This has been Vent, and this is Nick, and I hope you enjoyed, or if you didn't enjoy, or if you didn't listen, then sorry.